Hey, Professor J, it's Matt here. Just want you to know for the little contest tonight, for dinner, I'll be planning on making a 3-bone prime rib roast with homemade mac and cheese from scratch. Stay tuned. Alright, Jay, I'm back. Just finished trimming the prime rib and getting that seasoned. Just giving that a Texas-style rub here with a 1-to-1 ratio of kosher salt to black pepper. Check back in a minute and I'll be getting this thing in the cooker and I'll show you what I'm cooking it on. Okay, Professor. Now, I'm letting the meat sit here and sweat. Let some of that salt and pepper work on the meat. We're going to go in here and we'll start shredding the 1.5 pounds of cheese that I got working here. So I got 1/2 pound of Monterey Jack and a full pound of extra sharp New York cheddar. So this is the real deal, not that bag stuff. It's going to be fresh cheese. It's going to be freshly grated and made into this awesome mac and cheese. Catch up with you in a bit. Alright, meat's ready to go on the cooker. And being the enthusiastic outdoor chef that I am, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be cooking this prime rib on today. This guy. This is an infrared cooker. Just kind of set it in there. Forget it. Install my meat probe down into the center. Put the lid on to help keep some of that heat in the cooker itself. Got the temperature set for an internal temp of 127 degrees or so, which should hopefully after resting will yield a nice medium rare on the innermost section of that prime rib, and then more well done as you get towards the end. Just gonna let that cook now, do its thing, and when I get ready to do the final mixing of the cooked macaronis and the homemade cheese sauce, I'll let you take a look at that. Alright, just went and put the noodles on. I'm going to bring them to a boil. I'm actually going to cook those for about 3 minutes actually, because once everything's all said and done, I'm going to mix everything together and put it in the oven for an hour to cook. But there's the cheese sauce. Real simple, like I said, pound of extra sharp cheddar, 1/2 pound of Monterey Jack. Made a simple roux with just a couple tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of gluten-free flour. Mixed it all up, made the roux, mixed the cheese in, melted that, and just use a little bit of salt, pepper, and garlic in there, and a little splash of Frank's Red Hot to add a little zip to it, man. Alright, pasta's done. Mix that up now into the cheese sauce. Get all that. Mix all up in there. Keep it coming. Now what I like to do is add just a little bit more creaminess to this mac and cheese, and to make it just pop a little bit more, I have 2 things I add to this. Here, Kate, if you want to show real quick what it looks like. You know, kind of chunky right now, and it's kind of stringy, but good nonetheless. But here's what I like to add. I like to add some sour cream. Most of it out there. And then some mayo. A cup of mayo. Doesn't have to be exact, but close enough. Watch the consistency of this mac and cheese change. That's some creamy mac and cheese. What's nice is you're think now, okay, now it's too runny and wet. Once you go and you put that in the oven, you let that cook for an hour, it's going to finish cooking on those noodles. It's going to take up the rest of all that moisture out of the actual sauce. For cooking it, I'm going to actually use my cast iron skillet. Just get that some water left over from cleaning. Spray that down. And we'll just that's good. Even that all out. And then as a final topping on it, normally what I'll do is I'll put like a bread topping on it, but you know, pandemic, so there's things that are just harder to find. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to top this just some Italian style cheese, shredded cheese, so this is provolone, Romano, Parmesan, Asiago, a lot. And when this gets a little when the meat gets a little closer to being done, I'll throw this in the oven for an hour at 325 degrees. And hopefully it'll be done the same time the meat is. I'll check back with you then. Alright, timer just went off for the mac and cheese. Pull that out of the oven now. Oh yeah. Look at that. That is some phenomenal mac and cheese right there. And as you can see, the prime rib is done too. Let's get ready to slice into this prime rib. Let's see how it turned out. We'll cut off the butcher's twine. There's that. Last one. Okay. Excuse me, Kate. All right. Oh yeah. All right, Coach J, Professor J, there you go. Medium rare prime rib, homemade mac and cheese, ice cold beer. Try this out. Oh, that's so good. If that's not an award-winning dinner right here, then I don't know what is. Have a good one.